Yo guys, welcome back to Unknown TXZ YouTube channel. Today we will be talking about Magna, the pros and cons, and what I'll give it. Alright, so me personally, I would give Magna another 8 out of 10 because Magna is just a brilliant fruit. It's very good in its own way. So first, let's talk about the pros of Magna and why I gave it an 8 out of 10 instead of a 10 out of 10. Magna is a unique fruit, and me personally, I would recommend it for grinding because there are certain aspects of the fruits that can actually help certain people with their grinding. These are the railgun, magnetic devastation, and magnetic projectile. So the reason why I said the railgun is because it's long lasting. It also can get up to 10 hits in total. This means that you'll be able to bring in the NPCs easier, then use the magnetic devastation, which pulls them in, allowing you to then use the magnetic clap. Magnet can just be used for anything basically. It has everything you need in a fruit: long range, short range, all of that. It's good for PvP. It has multi-hitting attack. This means that it will be very effective in PvP, as if the person tries to run, the railgun will be able to help them. Magnetic devastation, as it could, it also brings them back in, like the black ball from dark fruit, and also the magnetic clap. Also, that range is not very big, but it's pretty close. So if you're close range and far range, Magnet is definitely for you because it's good for PvP and it's good for grinding. Magnet is also good for catching fruits that fly, such as dragon, phoenix, gearful, all of them. They can normally run away in PvP, so Magnet won't allow that because they will chase you down. Magnet may have no fly, but it's still very good with chasing certain types of fruit users because it has, like I said already, long range and short range. Another good thing about Magna is that it's quite easy to make combo with, so you wouldn't really have to think out of the box to make some crazy, insane type of one-shot combo. Because with Magna, you can make combos on the spot while in a fight. So for example, maybe if you're a railgun and magnetic clap, you'll still be able to use your magnetic devastation to bring them back in, and after you could use your magnetic projectile, meaning that it could be very useful for you to get a combo with. Also allowing your other skills to have a cooldown, which will mean that by the time they're finished starting to fight you again, your railgun and everything that you used before would already have cooled down, and you could just go again from there, knowing that there's been no effect to you, but you've done more damage than he has done to you while you're on cooldown, or if you've ruined your combo. The real question is, would I recommend Magna for sword users? Yes, I would recommend it for sword users, as if you could combo a sword with Magna, I think there could be a insane type of change in the way Magna is. What I mean by that is that, let's say you were using Yoru as your main type of sword. So if your main sword and you use Yoru, there are combos you could make with the magnetic devastations. One of them could be magnetic devastation and then Yoru's 1,000 slashes. That would deal at least 8,000 damage, at least, if you were a sword main, meaning your person you're fighting with would most likely be half HP. So even with that combo as well, you could most likely combo the magnetic devastation while they're in the magnetic devastation with a railgun, so you'll be able to railgun them to death, most likely with the magnetic devastation. Or you could do magnetic devastation, railgun, and then Yoru. I ain't no expert with Magna, so please do correct me if I have made any mistakes about the combos, because I'm not sure of any, but I do think the ones I have suggested most likely would work for PvP. Me personally, I do think that Magna could be a good fruit for a first time use for PvP, because it kind of has like most of the stuff that are needed to get used to PvP, such as long range, short range, stuff like that. So it can show you what you're mostly comfortable with to help you in PvP situations. So we spoke about the pros about magnets. Now let's talk about the cons. One of the cons I say about magnet is that magnet doesn't have enough skill that pulls them in. So like magnet is meant to be a fruit that's meant to bring players in towards them, but with this game there's only one skill that can do that, which is the magnetic devastation. That's okay, but also there's something wrong with the magnetic devastation. Sometimes it doesn't bring the player in, and the range is a bit too small for a magnet fruit, because you assume due to it being a magnet it should have a bit more range than it actually does. Certain amount of magnet skills don't also have a good AoE, meaning you're gonna have to get really close to the player to be able to attack them. Junk arm, you're gonna have to like really get close, but this is most likely not really a big issue, as most people most likely won't be using the first skill of a move. So another con about Dark is that it doesn't have that much skills. It only has 5, but if you compare it to other fruits, they normally have 6 or 5. But even though the other fruits have 5, they're mostly better than the skill sets that magnet have, as they are mostly far range skill sets, meaning that they will mostly be able to help you quite a lot in your PvP, as they are a far range fruit. So to conclude this video, I still would say magnet is a good fruit. It has more pros than it does have cons, and it's also unique in its own way. I just won't advertise it to everyone, as magnet may not be your main fruit, but if you do have a chance of eating it, I would suggest you to eat it. But if you have already eaten it before, but you've only tried it with PvP, I would suggest you to also go try it for grinding, as it can be very useful in the grinding terms. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you do go check out my magnet showcase, as I do showcase this magnet skill, the damage, etc. So see you guys on the next one.